What's up, you guys? Today was the live, and guess what? Bittorrent is now a TRC-20 token, and it works on smart contracts. What does that mean? It means the barriers are being broken down. I'm going to get into it. I'm going to go over some topics, some notes that I took that I wanted to share with you all in case you maybe had other things going on and were trying to watch the live at that time, or didn't get a chance to watch it. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, I appreciate you more than you could possibly imagine. If you're new to the channel or you're a current subscriber, if you'd like to get my insider buy alerts or sell alerts, along with some other interesting things that happen behind the scenes here, all you need to do is go to joineamg.com, select whale for the subscription type, and you're good to go. I'll set you up. So again, if you want to get my buy and sell alerts and more from behind the scenes, joineamg.com, select whale subscription, and hit subscribe, and you're good to go. Join as a member. Now, the BTTC mainnet launch. Been a lot of talk about a lot of different things. People have been panicking, and I think the number one thing that's been on people's minds is, what's the ease of use in exchanging the tokens and doing what you need to do? So the short answer is, because this is not going to be a tutorial, guys. As a famous man once said, Google is our mother. You know, if you search, you'll see what you need to do. But in short, you'll be able to transact and exchange your tokens, your coins, even on the Bittorrent site itself and BTTC. That will be soon. And they were talking about this and much more on the live stream. So the Bittorrent chain transaction, it actually costs now less than 1 cent. So all those gas fees that blow the gas out of everybody's mind, and maybe other parts too, on the Ethereum network, you can't compare. This is less than 1 cent. It's almost free. So they can't compete with that for the moment. This is going to help the mainstreaming big time. And it's going to be so that basically more decentralized applications are going to appear and be created. And the ease of use on the Bittorrent chain is going to be huge, because now the Ethereum devs can just come on over, right? Because it's not a walled garden anymore. It's like, think of the early days of the internet. It was a walled garden. There were certain things that you could and couldn't do, even with, I guess mobile might be the best example, because even beyond early internet, you had the Android operating system, you still have it, you had iOS, and you had BlackBerry. But BlackBerry suffered because the developers could not and did not want to build for BlackBerry. There were obstacles there. So same thing with blockchain, and the way you can look at what Bittorrent and BTTC has done is they've basically now made it where that walled garden is not there. They do not have that issue. And those, using that other example, Android developers now in iOS can actually go ahead and work and do what they need to do within BTTC, within Bittorrent, without the walled garden effect. And that's something that I wanted to talk about, because I think it's very important. Some people don't realize what a huge thing that is, because it opens everything up, right? It's like someone who lives in a huge country, I won't even talk about the whole world, and they're restricted to one state or one territory or one province. And no matter what they do, even though they need so many things that are out of that state, territory, or province, they can't get out of there to get what they need to get. Well, now all those borders have been broken down. So it's not a walled garden anymore. And I want to make sure that I really don't miss any of the things that I think are most important to go over today. So I'm just looking at what I had taken note of. Also, no BTT or BTT old is going to be lost, by the way, so don't stress or worry about that at all. The wallets and the exchanges are all going to be working. Again, it's early days. This is just in the process of happening, so just relax. Don't stress out if you're having issues. Centralized and decentralized swap is going to be no problem, and you're going to be able to connect your wallet basically to BitTorrent's site, or BTTC, same thing, their site, and swap there. You're going to have the ability to do that right from there. BTTC is going to connect to all blockchains. That's the goal, is to get it to connect to all blockchains. And the file sharing, the BTF, which, you know, I get into in another video, and I don't want to let the cat out of the bag, as they say. So, because my next video, I'm actually going to be talking about that and getting into file sharing and what I think is going to happen because of this ease of use and mainstreaming that's taken place. I also get into my next video after this one. I'm pretty sure. I don't think I'm going to upload that one first, although I think I said I would while I was recording it, but I think this one's going to go up first. Anyhow, Justin's son, and I won't share the person's name now, although it's no secret if you paid attention to the live stream from today. But anyhow, the product manager of Bittorrent, in charge of product development, I believe, he was on the live stream with Justin's son, and I think it was really cool that he was there, because what it did is, his English is very good, and it helps the people that are skeptical, the naysayers, to understand the depth of the project more easily, because he was able to convey very, very clearly what is going to be happening, what's in the process of happening, and it conveyed a lot of excitement that I personally try to, you know, convey in a lot of my videos, but it conveyed in an internal way, in good English for the skeptics, what's about to happen, what's imminent, and what's not far from occurring. Because at the end of the day, a lot of the blockchain applications, you have to think of them as apps, and you must think of them as enablers, because the Web 3.0 is a lot more complicated than the early days of the internet, or even the current days. Not that Web 3.0 is not here. I mean, it's here, okay? But all the functionality, everything that's going to come along with it, is in the process of being built out. And you know how we think the more technology we have, the simpler things are, and people get frustrated when it's not the case? Well, it is going to be the case, but we're along for the ride because we have an understanding that pre-internet humans did not have. We have an understanding of the internet, but we understand it as it's been given to us as a delivery mechanism to deliver things, and also as a reception mechanism to receive things. So because things work the way we're accustomed to have them work, when new things come out, we can be overly critical very quickly when things don't seem to work as easily as we think they should based on our limited knowledge. I'll speak for myself. I won't speak for everyone out there, of course, but a lot of us have limited knowledge in the grand scheme of things, right? We're not all blockchain specialists that understand the inner workings of the coding that is required in order to get all this interoperability to work properly and to have all this technological scaling click in like a fine-tuned machine. So what I'm saying is, people get frustrated very, very quickly because we have better than a dinosaur level of understanding of the internet, which is the framework, or the I'll call it the baseline of what Web 3.0 is going to be built on. But there's some trickery there because we assume that Web 3.0 is as simple in terms of understanding as how we understand the internet now. And the truth of the matter is, it's going to be simple when it's built out, and when things like BitTorrent and all the different functionalities that are going to be a part of it, from GameFi to DeFi to you name it, all the way to being able to, you know, game mining and have people actually earn revenue. Mining. All these things will be simple once they're in place, but they're not so simple out of the gate. Another brief messaging stint that I went through, I electronically spanked someone on StockTwits because I was talking about, imagine if you could mine on your phone, and they came back and said something silly to me like, well, you think you can mine on an iPhone, and who's going to share their computing power to be able to make money while they're playing an actual game? And why would it that they were basically, trying to mouth off, and I dismissed them in a way that I may sometimes do. So if I ever electronically spank you on the internet, don't take it to heart. It's very busy here, and if you hit me at the wrong time and you say something that's a little bit silly, it may happen. But I don't think anybody here would do anything like that anyway, right? Anyway, long story short, why I brought that up as an example, the more important point here, that person was coming from understanding the internet as it works now. And if it's as it works at this current moment, they would have a point. But I was not talking about the current moment. I was talking about, and you need to be able to see into the future in order to have a chance at doing well with your investments, regardless of whether they're crypto or non-crypto based. I was reaching out and thinking about the future. And I will just, leave you with this. What happens when you're able to use BitTorrent in a way that you'd never expect, that allows you to mine while playing games? Great things are on the way as usual. I hope this finds you healthy, happy, and I will see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.